Memester of the Week contains fantasy violence, drug use, and horror elements. A list of topics, themes, and subjects featured in this episode is included in the description. If you ever feel unsafe or suicidal, please call your local crisis center, emergency services, or national hotline. A link to an international list of crisis hotlines is listed in the description below. Remember, you matter.
The sun is starting to rise the next morning. We see it coming up over the cliffs and the trees and alighting on Mistrend Manor. The camera float through the window pane and will alight on Mordecai. Mordecai, what are you doing? Did you sleep in the study?
Yeah, probably slept in there, pondering
the orb.
Where do we set up Mr. Man, first name Moth?
True. That's a great question.
Well, we have tons of guest rooms and linen closets.
A buffet.
Yeah, it's a real linen buffet for the guy.
Yeah.
He could also, I probably would have offered him my room just because I haven't really been using it.
Right. I think Mothman, Mr. Indrid. I think the first scene that we see this morning is Indrid rummaging through a closet in Misren and pulling out a stack of towels to take with him to the shower.
A stack of towels? That seems excessive.
But Mordecai walking out of the study and around the corner sees him rummaging through the closet, squints, and starts writing in his notebook.
Yeah, breakfast time.
Suspicious. I just like the idea of Indrid being really innocent about things that are happening.
Yep.
But it's all really inconveniently timed.
I like that being the vibe for every resident of Mistrend Manor. You're real suspicious about, but they're just doing normal things.
Yeah.
I think LaFleur will come by the study this morning, and he has a glass of orange juice with him. And I was like, "Oh, good morning, Master Bridges. How are you?"
Sup, dude? I'm good. Just observing.
Any notable observations so far?
Yeah, Mothman is definitely going to eat those towels.
I see. Should we stop him, sir?
Well, you wouldn't deny a guest breakfast, now would you, LaFleur? I don't think that's appropriate.
You're so right, Mr. Bridges.
Appreciate the OJ. Takes a sip, doesn't take his eyes off of Mothman.
Yeah, Mord, what are you doing this morning?
Today is Doomsday, right? Or is that tomorrow?
Yeah, according to Indrid's predictions, tomorrow the comet will hit.
Oh, okay, so we have plenty of time. Honestly, I don't know. I guess Mordecai, in Mordecai fashion, is just enjoying his suspicious glass of OJ and smoking a doob, looking at the hilt of the sword. He thinks there's a there, but
what?
Can't quite put it together.
Still looking at the sword, huh?
LaFleur, remember when we watched One Punch Man together?
Of course. Saitama's a great hero.
Yeah, remember when he punched that comet that was coming to the city?
How could I forget?
Wonder if I could punch a comet or cut it.
Ooh, like in Homestuck.
Nope, not like in Homestuck.
Nope. all of us. Nope.
That's a y'all thing that you're interested in, not a me thing that I'm interested in.
Well, sir, the wonders of magic can stretch pretty far, but I don't know if it stretches that far. Everything comes at a cost, you know.
That's okay. You just got to be brave enough to pay it.
I see, sir. Well, perhaps we should start looking for something better for you to ponder on. Question above board. Would you have told LaFleur, like, what's happened recently?
Yeah, probably.
How much does Mordecai talk with LaFleur, or do you want to have that conversation now? Because right now, like, I'm feeling like Mordecai has been pretty reserved about a lot of things, and especially what he's actually thinking. And LaFleur can only do so much, you know?
Right. I mean, typically Mordecai is like an open book. So about like, I mean, he might be reserved about how he feels about things that have happened. But in terms of regaling other people about the things, the events that have happened, he would be, he probably would have kept LaFleur up to speed on all of it, like, as a matter of fact. But
Okay. Yeah, I think there's something that can be worked with there. In that case, I think LaFleur like eyes the blade, or the lack of blade rather, of the sword. Do you think you need another one?
I mean, that, or like I could reforge it somehow.
Yeah, there might be something to that. That sword has a lot of history behind it.
Oh, do tell. I know it was Dad's.
Well, the sword was made somewhere around 1425 and served with a couple different samurai through the years. And then your father, a bit of a collector of oddities and things like that, decided to have it imported and placed in the collection.
Why?
I think he thought that there was something perhaps unique about the sword. But as far as like uncovered history or anything like that, they never discovered anything about it. No amount of examination, magical or otherwise, really revealed anything. It seemed to be just a very good piece of wood and steel. Yeah, your father never really discovered anything very unique about the sword, but he had sought it out and he cared for it and always enjoyed having it in the collection.
Well, that, it makes me feel worse about having sacrificed it, breaking it.
Well, as much as I'm sure he would probably have missed it, I'm sure he misses you more.
Mordecai just kind of glances over at the hilt again.
If you want to have a project to work on, I'm sure that there are many books in the library about swordsmanship and how they were made. So maybe that's something that we can start working on.
Sounds like a plan, LaFleur. Mordecai grabs his mom's notebook, polishes off his OJ, peeks around the corner to make sure Mothman's not still rummaging through the linens, and goes towards the library.
Excellent. Journey, where are you at?
I think what Journey did was she took a couple of the books from the library back up to her room, trying to get a little bit more research done, but then she got stressed out about it. So she started decorating her room with the glitter, and then she passed out mid decoration. And so she is rolling out of bed, glitter in hand, and trying to tidy things up a little bit before she heads down to meet with everybody.
I think you hear a little bit of a knock at your door.
Hi, hello, I'm decent.
Oh, hello. Hello, dear.
Oh, hi.
Mrs. Atwell walks into your room, and she has like a little tray with some orange juice on it and like a piece of toast.
Not the orange juice.
Everybody needs orange juice, man. Drink your vitamin C.
Oh, wow. Thanks. This is really sweet. Yeah, you can just put it on the table over there. I was actually planning on coming down soon, so.
Oh, wonderful, dear. Did you find anything useful in the library?
Yeah, I think so. At least to get kind of a head start on things. But I got a little bit overwhelmed, so I took a break.
Of course. Well, little bit of orange juice and some calories to put in your body will do you some good. Make sure they eat well, dear.
Thank you. Hop over to the to the stuff and start just absolutely wolfing it down. She wants to go talk with people.
With that, Mrs. Atwell will just kind of eye over and she's like, "Oh, yeah, the glitter looks very nice here. I think it suits you."
Oh, thank you. It's all thanks to you. Couldn't have done it without you.
Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
Mrs. Atwell goes out the door, turns around the corner, and heads back through the house.
Journey jots down a little note in her notepad. She's still very suspicious of everybody in this house. Someone in here has to be a vampire.
What are your notes for the people in the house so far?
I think most of it is completely illegible. And it's mostly doodles in the corners of the pages of the notebook. I think a lot of the notes are about LaFleur, just everything that she notices that's not even suspicious, but just like he left the kitchen at approximately 4:17 p.m. and she's just taking too many notes about his every movement.
You should have like a sketch of like LaFleur, but with like Dracula wings and teeth, and then a bunch of like red question marks surrounding it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
The word bleh.
Bleh.
Bleh. She notes that like the food that he's been cooking for us has been absent of garlic, and she's very upset about that. That's about it.
Well, what are you going to move towards next now that you've had your breakfast for the day?
Now that I've housed the breakfast, yeah, I think I'm going to go downstairs and kind of just see like where everybody is so we can kind of regroup.
Okay, start wandering in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as we follow Journey out the door and she turns right towards the staircase to start moving down into the house, we move left and move up another staircase up to the attic bedroom of one Daniel. Hello.
Not Daniel, just Dan.
Just Dan.
Just Dan.
Make no mistake.
What is Dan up to this morning?
Recently, Dan's been sleeping very well, thanks to his actions. And being able to suppress all of his feelings has saved him of the nightmares that have been keeping him up recently. To this extent, today, he is sleeping in, knowing that it is, 2 days before the comet arrives. I think he is just not able to get himself up.
Okay.
So I think ultimately what's going to come of that is that people are going to be tapping their foot at the library being like, we were going to talk about our findings. Where's Dan? And then gonna have to come in and find him.
Oh, no.
I want you to, I don't think we've done your beginning of mystery move yet, right?
I don't believe we have.
Go ahead and roll that.
I don't think so. Which is what again?
So it's a specific thing. I believe it's plus charm, which is
-1.
easily my best stat.
Of course, yes.
Okay, let's see.
When you are in good standing with your sect at the beginning of mystery, roll plus charm. On a 10+, they'll provide something useful, info about or help in the field. On a 7 to 9, you'll get a mission associated with us. And if you do it, you'll get info or help. And on a miss, you'll be asked to do something bad. If you fail, or if you refuse an order, you'll be in trouble with the sect until you atone.
That's a 6. That's a failure. Marking experience.
Right.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, so there's just a loud snoring from Dan's room.
The morning light is starting to break through the window at the end of Dan's attic room, and Dan is snoring through it a little bit, and you just start to hear a tapping on the glass, and it keeps getting louder and louder and more frequent and more insistent.
If this is going to wake me up, let's say it's already like fucking 11 or noon or something.
Yeah, it's pretty late into the day already.
Yeah. So Dan is not dreaming. He is experiencing nothingness, which is great. But in this nothingness, just sort of floating in a sea of black in this sleep world, there's this tapping sound that begins cutting through. And he starts looking around in this void, in this endless sea of darkness. And it keeps getting louder, and it is getting strangely rhythmic. It starts to sound kind of mechanical. And he turns around to see a giant ticking clock. And the ticks are so loud, it's like hurting his ears, and he covers his ears, and it keeps getting louder. And then he shoots awake and looks at the clock on his little bedside stand, noticing what time it is, takes a deep breath, and notices something at the window.
Yeah, you keep hearing that loud tapping over and over rhythmically, but it goes out of sync with the ticking of the clock. And you turn your head over to the window, and you just see a great horned owl sitting at the window with a letter in like a little harness on its chest.
Oh my god, Dan's finally getting to go to Hogwarts.
Gross.
He gets to go to pig farts.
Pig farts, yeah.
Let's go. Dan, yeah, thinking it must be the results of the research about the comet, gets up and bounds over to the window, unlatching it. It's a bit of a struggle to get it open. It's pretty old, has to kind of force it. But with a creak, he pops it open. It's one of those windows that sort of like doesn't open or slide up. It just kind of like pops out on some hinges at an angle. He pops it out and then reaches down for the bird to land on his hand. This is a great horned owl, so it's quite tough. Quite a good grip. Yeah, so he squints a little and then manages to sort of pull the bird inside, takes the letter, gives the bird a little tap tap on the head.
Is that the sound that it makes?
Yeah, man.
I wonder who this is from.
Yeah, the owl goes ahead and like gives a little hops around on your desk, and then dives back out the window, and you open a letter that's addressed to you, Lazaret, from your father, Tirigan.
Okay. With a minor sense of dread, I'll read it.
And it says,
Sigard mentioned to me that you were looking into the prophecies about where you are residing in Colorado. The prophecies are clear. You need to leave. Pack your things. You're coming back. An extraction team is going to be coming tomorrow.
It's going to just sort of fall with a thud onto the side of the bed and then just keep rereading the letter for a bit. And I think sitting there on the side of the bed, Dan, looking up from the letter, is just going to stare at the ticking clock.
that image of that clock ticking is superimposed over the hall in front of the library and fades into it as we see Mordecai and Journey kind of meet up this morning.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Morning.
Yeah, hey, Mord. Where did you sleep last night?
Oh, I just sleep in the antiques room on the couch mostly.
Is that like okay? Is your neck good?
Yeah, I'm fine, dude.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, you know, don't want to stress your muscles too much. I'm very sleepy.
I mean,
where's Dan? Usually, like, he's up with the rest of us. Have you seen him?
No, I don't think so. Saw
That's
Mothman
weird.
though. I think he was eating towels.
Oh, is that okay?
We got a lot. I think it's fine.
Okay. I mean, like, we can always pick up some more. We need to go for a towel run.
Nah, we have the help for that. Don't worry.
Why towels? Why not, like, finer linens?
I mean, it's like asking someone why they like their favorite kind of cookie. It's just the cookie that they like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe finer linens are like a treat. Like, they'll upset his stomach if he eats too many of them.
Could be. But like some people like crunchy, some people like more soft, chewy type of cookie. I'm sure those are there.
Yeah.
Did someone say cookies? And the Mothman, Mr. Indrid, is coming through in his red coat.
Do you like cookies?
I don't know anyone who doesn't like cookies.
There's people.
Okay, good point. So, did we find anything out yesterday with the power of our collective brains?
Well, it seems like there's been a large rash of good luck in the town recently.
I don't like that.
Oh yeah, I have free pizza for a year. Let's order pizza.
I mean, we could, I guess, but
Mordecai's already got his phone out.
It's clearly because of the comet thing, right? That will be our doom in like 48 hours.
Yeah, but if we survive, I still get free pizza for a year. So
it's true. Could we use our good luck to blow the comet up?
Ooh, like a luck beam.
Yeah.
Interesting proposition. Perhaps. Did you find out anything about why it's attracted to this area?
Okay, I remember you telling me that it was attracted to this area, but I don't remember you telling me why it was attracted to this area. Because it was just in a book, and it was like, hey, it's attracted to the house. Has it never crashed before, or like?
It's always come through this area, but
okay.
Something has changed recently that is throwing its trajectory off and making it come towards the house.
So something has boosted its magical magnetism.
I guess so.
Oh my god, it's you. It's Journey. It's always been Journey.
Oh, okay, I gotta leave.
You're a magic boost.
Yep. I'm gonna go to the Denver International Airport instead.
Interesting.
Catch the first flight out.
That'll be a better target.
I'm gonna say Journey mumbled that in the fiction. And then Mordecai goes, wait, what if we flew a plane into it?
Absolutely. No!
No, wait, hear me out. LaFleur. Is LaFleur around?
Yes.
He's always around. He's a fucking vampire.
LaFleur, can you fly a plane?
Of course.
Okay,
What?
guys.
What? Uh-huh.
We're thinking about this all wrong. We're reading books. The pizza is on the way. That's good.
Okay.
Guys.
Uh-huh.
We get in the plane.
No.
And by our powers combined, we boost the magic potential of the plane. Indrid, you're here too. And
of the plane.
Of the plane.
The plane.
And then LaFleur, you fly the plane into the comet and everybody jumps out before it hits.
I do think that will probably result in someone's death.
Yeah, also, like...
Yeah, but I mean, we saved the world.
How big is this comet?
It's about the size of your average comet.
Fuck.
Okay, we might need 2 planes.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
We're gonna hijack 2 planes.
No!
Fuck.
Okay.
Wait, can jet fuel melt steel comets?
Reel it in. Reel it in.
The Mothman
This is a serious suggestion.
You know what? I like where you're at. I don't really think that a plane or 2 is going to do a lot to a comet.
Yeah, I mean, but we're boosting its power with our magic. So it's like a magic missile.
Okay, wait. I have another suggestion. We don't need to make it explode, right? Can't we just like redirect it out of orbit?
Oh.
Oh.
What do you mean no?
Mordecai just wants to blow something
no.
up.
Yeah, but we could Journey, we could blow something up.
Okay, but like if we redirect it, it'll eventually come back, so like maybe in the future if you want to, you could blow it up. But like for now, let's not.
This is like that 1990s epic movie Armageddon. We're going to land on the comet.
That also seems like a bad idea. Why do you want to touch the comet so bad?
Are you telling me you don't want to touch a comet?
No, I don't.
That's a lie, dude. Everybody wants to touch a comet.
LaFleur, can you talk some sense into this guy?
Well, what if we get like a piece of it?
Miss Sitwell,
Yes?
I have known Mr. Bridges his entire life.
Oh, no, I know how this is going to go.
What do you think?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, I have another idea. This might be even better, but it combines my first idea with your idea.
Okay. I'm listening.
What if, by our powers combined, we ask the house to build or transform some kind of giant magical catapult or ballista, and then we shoot something into the comet that breaks off a piece of it, but ultimately pushes it
Out of
into a better orbit.
Ooh.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea, unless the piece that breaks off of it could also come crashing down to Earth and kill a bunch of people.
I think Indrid is at this point sitting in a armchair and sipping some tea. I like that idea a lot better. That's something that we could probably do, actually.
I like the idea of him sitting
we
in the
could do
chair
both.
with like his knees up, like sitting like fucking L from Death Note. Just
I was thinking like very laid back, legs crossed, but yeah, for sure.
Like enveloped in his wings.
Yeah.
he's just perched and his wings are just like crowded around him. Like,
Now, okay, so I know.
do you need like a blanket or something? Are you cold?
No, I'm good.
I mean, it's in your name. So.
We have. Okay, we have the researcher and we have the social media star. Where's the brooding one?
That's what I said. That's Dan. Yeah. Excellent question. LaFleur, have you seen Dan?
No, ma'am, I haven't seen him yet today.
We should go find him then, because that's kind of strange. Well, Mord, you coming? Or do you have to wait on the pizza?
Oh, I can get that.
I mean, they'll ring the doorbell. Oh, thanks, LaFleur. You're a doll.
It's literally my job and has been for much longer than you've been alive.
That is fair. You are very old.
At that line, Journey just like turns and looks very sharply at him again. How long exactly?
Oh, wow. LaFleur leaves.
Real. LaFleur, don't forget, we need a pilot, so be ready for that.
Oh, of course, Master Bridges. I'm always ready.
That's awesome. Wait, do we have a private jet?
That I'm going to make you roll for. Like,
all right.
You got money. You got money. I don't know if you have a private jet.
We don't know if we're that level.
I think that's a little far.
That's old money.
PJs are not that expensive.
I mean, that's fair.
I really want it to be like a Cessna if we do have a plane.
Okay.
It feels better.
Okay. You've spent 3 luck points, so I
got some of those back.
I will take this as I'll give you a little bit of something going on. You're gonna roll luck, which will be a +2 for what you have right now.
So +2 rolling luck.
Yeah, so it's a flat 2d6, and you'll add 2 to whatever you roll.
So I got a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Ooh.
With a 9,
Anyone want to help out on this?
Yeah. Can I help out to buy him a Cessna?
No, I'm not gonna fucking. We're talking about resources that already exist. I'm going to
Okay,
say,
but I can take a sponsorship. It's fine.
No.
Yeah, dude, her grandpa's Oberon, bro.
You've got a Fey
we
jet.
got a Fey jet.
We've lost the plot.
Yeah, very quickly. Wow. You suggest the idea of like, ask LaFleur if you have a private jet.
Yeah, that was the question.
LaFleur stops for a second and goes, "Huh? No, sir, I don't believe that we do, but I'm sure that there's some way that we could probably rent one."
Oh, well, let's look into buying one.
Fair enough, sir.
Oh, dude, we could have like our own X-Jet. Sick.
Forget the van.
Yeah.
Forget the
Mechanically,
van.
I'm going to say that this is something that you're going to be able to roll on again later to see if you can actually get access to a plane. Because Jesus Christ, I don't want to give you permanent access to a plane.
Dude,
I mean, we won't
what
have
if-
permanent access to it if we blow it up this
True.
time.
Yeah. So it's this is like a one-time use. Then.
Yeah. Well,
Permanent access with intent to crash it is one-time use.
Yeah. Which is also kind of why I suggested renting it, because I was like,
But then you're gonna have to pay. Like you're gonna have to buy it anyway.
Yeah,
you
there's
buy it.
There's legal issues with that
Fair.
that are like way worse.
you know, you're right. LaFleur goes to make sure that the pizza is arriving.
Okay.
He's gone. He leaves.
Okay. Bye, LaFleur. Love you.
Love you, son.
What?
What?
Did you say?
So we go find Dan.
Yeah. Journey and Mordecai, you head up to Dan's room.
Abby
think-
phases through the door.
Yeah, I guess Abby appears.
Yeah, I love that, actually. Dan, you're in the middle of your existential crisis, and Abby...
Dan's jacking off.
Oh God!
What?
No, just kidding.
Bro, what?
That's why you knock.
That's why you knock.
There's a
I have
sock
something-
on the door.
I actually do have something planned. So the dog is gonna go on through the door.
Yeah, Abby phases through the door of your room to, like, come and check on you.
Dan is not there.
Oh.
Abby phases back and is sad.
Oh no! What's going on?
Well, Journey, ladies first.
You want me to? What do you? What? Okay, whatever. She's still gonna knock.
No response.
Okay, she's going to turn the door handle to see if it's locked.
It's not.
Okay. Well, Dan, and she pushes open the door.
Yeah, you see a wide attic room with in the corner. There is a unmade bed and a desk that is scattered with various shit, and a window that has been left open, and no Dan.
Aw, man, Dan left the window open, dude. We gotta go shut that. It's
No,
gonna get drafty.
but he's gone.
No, he's probably around.
This very clearly looks like he left.
Well, Journey, are you in your room right now?
No,
All right, well, Dan is just somewhere else.
but why would he not just leave through the door like a regular person?
How do we know that he didn't?
I guess so.
Phil, you tell me, should I make them roll investigate a mystery here?
Is there anything to investigate?
There's only one clue that you could possibly find, but I think you guys could probably piece it together without a roll.
I mean, I'm happy to roll because that's my shit.
Go for it.
Bum-ba-dee-dum-ba-dee-dum. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. Investigate a mystery. Here we go. That's a
That's a
10.
Hot damn.
Hooray. Wow. That's a
That's pretty
12 or more.
Okay, so you for sure find it. Phil, I'm going to see... You're in control of this scene. You know what's going on. I don't. What do they find?
Left on the desk is a black envelope. This one did not self-destruct,
Okay.
and it has been opened.
Oh, Journey, look, what is this?
Why are you saying it like that? Journey's gonna grab the envelope and look. Take a look at it.
Yeah, it's the letter from Dan's dad addressed to Lazaret.
What's it say?
Is this for Dan?
It says, Lazaret, I heard from Cigar that you were looking into the prophecies about your area and that it is time for you to go and come home. An extraction team will be sent tomorrow. Pack your things.
With a 10, yeah, you also notice nothing is missing. And if you look out the window, which is front facing, you will see that the van is missing.
Journey runs over to the window, looks out. Seymour, look, he's gone.
This would seem to indicate that he is gone. He is gone.
Why are you not freaking out?
He's Dan. He's my friend. He'll be fine.
I don't know.
We're just gonna go get him. I mean,
but we don't know where to go get him. I mean, yeah.
And better question is, who is Lazarette? And B,
oh no.
Keeper, I have a question.
Yeah.
How does Dan's dad sign off on these letters?
Yeah.
Do we know that it's his dad?
Right.
Oh.
He just signs off Dan's
Big
dad.
No. So you wouldn't know that it's his dad. Scald,
Yeah, there's no...
I think is the Scald is the term for the head of the order, right? Or the head of a branch.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So it is signed as Scald Oblamesh.
Okay, so this letter is addressed to someone named Lazarette and is coming from some, I don't know,
you guys have
Nordic poet.
You absolutely have heard that his brotherhood name is Lazarette.
Yeah, many times you've heard.
I forgot about that.
Multiple times.
I haven't told you that. Dan has not told you that, but you have heard it from other Brotherhood people when they address me.
I thought we talked about that because that was the Canadian name.
Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah. Okay, I remember.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I asked the team, Cigar and Ama, to call me Dan, but they did at first call me Lazarette.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, I mean, Journey, what do you want to do? I guess we could just climb out this window and...
Wait, why do we have to climb out the window?
Well, we retrace his steps.
No, but like we can just go outside.
Also, you guys do have one hold each, at least, of investigative mystery questions if you want to ask anything else.
I mean, like, one of the investigative mystery questions is, where did it go?
Yeah. Phil?
How much of that can we glean?
Phil, you set up this situation. You're going to have to answer the questions.
I need a breadcrumb. I need a single breadcrumb.
Where did they go? Not here.
How did you want to search? Because you can look for physical tracks, or you can text him or something.
Yeah, I think that would be Journey's first instinct would be to shoot him a message. And so she's gonna not flip open her phone. She doesn't have a flip phone. Actually, you know what? No, she just got that new smart flip phone thing. So
she got the Samsung.
She is gonna flip open her phone. # not sponsored. And she's gonna shoot off a message to Dan and say, "Where are you?" with an R. We need to talk about blowing up comet ? Like 5 question marks.
Loving that Journey is slowly getting on board with the idea of blowing it up.
Yeah.
The 5 question marks implies panic.
Before we have Dan receive that message, Mordecai, is there anything else you want to ask?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb out the window and then try to see if I can follow his tracks. So that is how I'm asking the question, where were they going?
Nice. And you have your spectacles on, right?
Oh, I'm bespectacled, my dude.
Okay. Yeah, since you have your spectacles on, I'm going to say that you can see Dan's
dowsing trail.
Yeah, I think you can see Dan's like magical aura. Which remind me what color that was? Was that purple? Or
so lately Dan's aura has been more of a crimson.
Okay.
Or a maroon, I believe.
On seeing that trail, Mordecai quickly takes out his notebook, having just received an idea from his brain. And he writes, "Magical chemtrails ? And then begins following on foot, walking,
jumping out the window.
Yeah, jumping out the window,
Ward,
climbing down the side of the house, and begins walking.
Hold on, and Journey's gonna like run through the door and try to go back through the house the regular way.
Run through the house. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Memester All Week. Thanks for listening. What do I got for you this week? I mean, if you would like to chat with us, we are on Blue Sky and also in the Actual Place Discord. If you want to support us, we have Ko-Fi. You can send us a little donation. That helps us keep the lights on and keep the editing train moving. And yeah, my brain is thoroughly empty right now, and I just appreciate you guys enjoying the show. Recently, we recorded the end of the arc that you're listening to right now, and I I really like this one. It's been very fun and very good. Yeah, today what I have for you is a little trailer for a show called Debate This. One of our friends from the Actual Place Discord server. So let's check it out. The next episode will be in 2 weeks on May 17th. So we'll see you then. Take care.
Debate This asks the bold questions other podcasts are afraid to ask about our favorite comic books and video games.
So far, all we know about Mr. The Rock's upcoming project is that it is, quote, one of the biggest, most badass games, and, quote, one that he's played for years. What video game adaptation do you think he will star in, and as what character?
The answers are, well, delivered boldly and confidently.
Kirby games, on the other hand, are all about his copy abilities, his powers. In short, guys, a Kirby game is about drive. It's about power.
No! Oh my god!
I will
Guys,
not be part of this.
Kirby stays hungry, yet he devours.
Find Debate This on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you download podcasts.
How did he slip this by us, guys?
No, how did we get
I did it!
Yeah, I think we see like Journey leave and the door slams. Dan, you feel a buzzing in your pocket.
Dan is pulling up to his gun dealer
Damn.
right at this time. Gets a buzz, looks at it, sees it's from Journey, kind of like goes to open it, but then doesn't, and then slides it back into his pocket.
No. Fucking ghost.
Excellent. What's the name of this gun shop, y'all?
It's definitely like a pawn shop.
It's 100% a pawn shop, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely something like insanely off the books. I'm going to say Bighorn Pawn and Broker.
And there's a kind of like wiry, a little bit of a greasy guy standing behind the counter. And I'm going to ask you, is this a Brotherhood affiliate or is this a civilian that you've dealt with previously?
This is a civilian, and he's definitely a conspiracy theorist.
Hell yeah.
Morning, Willie.
Hey, how you doing, Dan? Looking to pick anything up?
Maybe a couple of things. Well, first of all, I lost my piece. I'm gonna need a new sidearm.
I see. Anything specific that you're looking for?
Yeah, kind of weird. No iron. I need carbon fiber.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a couple of those in stock.
I'm going to look around the pawn shop and take in the vibe real quick. Nothing looks too out of the ordinary. So I'll lean over the counter and I'll say, I think something big's coming. What have you got in military surplus?
Ooh. Well, we have your basic Kevlar. We have some riot gear.
Ordnance.
Or right. Well, I think we got just about anything that you're looking for.
I want all of it.
That'll cost you a pretty penny, kid. Are you sure you got that?
Do I have any relics?
Oh, that's a great question.
What's on my person? Do I still have that? I handed over the sword.
Yeah, you handed over the sword that you had. You still have all of your old-fashioned weapons, So you have an axe, a silver knife, and a spear, specifically like the knife of the Brotherhood. You definitely have that. I don't know if you have, because you haven't been collecting any magical items or anything throughout the game.
I will include one thing. It's a bit of a stretch. How do you feel about this? My kit has given me old-fashioned armor from the beginning, but I've never played it as I'm wearing like plate mail or anything. I've always considered it more magical. And I want to say it's tied to something physical, like an amulet.
I think at first we described it as you wearing leather armor under your hoodie, but maybe you've moved away from that a little bit.
Yeah, it needs to be some sort of magical ward. Maybe it's even like a coin I keep in my pocket.
Okay. So since we are doing a little bit of revisionism here.
Yeah.
My guess is that you are wanting to give this up. Is that right?
Yes.
As a bartering
and
chip?
Suffer the consequences of losing my armor for now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree to that. I mean, at that point, well, yeah, leather armor would be less valuable than like a actual trinket or something like that.
I'll say, why don't you go round everything up and I'll lay out what I've got to offer on the table.
All right. Yeah. Willie tips his hat to you and heads to the back to go pick up whatever he can.
Yeah, just like C4, like old shells from like the Vietnam War, like grenades. And on the counter, looking around to make sure no one is watching, I'm going to produce from my pocket a spear. And
here we go.
Just like fucking mime style. So I lay out everything. I lay out my old fashioned, like ancient Mesopotamian style war axe and spear, both bronze, with some like artistic flares on them. I lay out all of the cash that the Brotherhood has provided me as well. Most of the cash that the Brotherhood has provided me. There's a couple more things I need, which is not an insignificant amount of money. And then I lay out the coin with the emblem of the Brotherhood, which on one side the eye is open, on the other the eye is closed, giving up the magical ward. And then when he assesses it all, he's going to say it's not quite enough. And then I offer up the dagger.
Willie comes back. He brings out a flamethrower, a assault rifle, a grenade launcher, multiple grenades, a submachine gun, a couple different variations of combat armor, some that are a little easier to have as a civilian, some that are just very obvious, but they do their job very well. And he kind of looks over what you have. All right, well,
I want to add to that specifically. I want to make sure that there are plenty of explosives in the package, because Dan is thinking of one last attempt to try and rectify this or prevent this before giving up.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see. For the axe and the spear, well, these aren't quite nice. And then, what else do you have?
I know you have an eye for the unusual. I've also got this, and I hold out the coin, and I flip out the face with the eye open.
Ooh, I haven't seen one of those before.
You have that carbon fiber piece?
Yeah, I've got the carbon fiber here. Just your standard 9mm.
Mind if I take a look at it?
Yeah, he'll put out a standard like 9mm all black carbon fiber.
Let me show you how this coin works. I take a shot at it.
Jesus!
The bullet disappears.
You can't fucking be doing that. Where? There's no shell.
Pretty valuable.
I see. Okay. You sure you wanted to trade that in?
I need what I need, Willie.
I'll tell you what. For the axe and the spear, I'll give you one of these things. The coin will get you two. You got anything else to offer?
I hate to give it up. It's kind of an heirloom. I will produce hesitantly the silver dagger. It's got quite an innate an ornate scabbard. It's got a lot of like filigree of Sumerian style imagery of like war, and it's embossed with lapis lazuli and bronze and ivory. I produce the blade. This can cut through a lot, but it takes a toll. I try to put the blade back in. It will not enter the scabbard. When you use this, you got to mean business. And I slice my hand. No reaction to the pain. I slide the blade back into the scabbard, and there's a hissing sound as the blood evaporates as the blade goes back in.
Okay. I'll give you 5 of these. How about that? 2 for the knife, 2 for the coin, 1 for the axe and spear.
And the cash.
Roll manipulate someone.
Okay, I'll manipulate someone. That's what I'm best at.
You're super good at it. No problem.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Fuck.
I would like to use my first luck point.
Fuck. Okay.
The luck special for the initiate is when you spend luck, something goes wrong for your sect. An ill-advised project or a disastrous operation.
Right. Okay. I'll give you 6. Take your pick.
Good enough. Pleasure doing business with you, Willie. Hey, and as I start selecting out the pieces and we shake hands, my hand that does not have blood on it, I'm serious when I say something big's coming. You might consider taking a sick day tomorrow. Maybe going out for a drive.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Right. Well, with a payload like that, yeah, I think I will take a drive.
Take care, Willie. I'm going to take the carbon fiber 9mm. I will take the flak vest.
Okay.
The sawed-off shotgun. The handle's wooden, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take the grenade launcher. For the remaining 2, can I just say it is a shit ton of C4 and explosives?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Cool.
I'll say that the tags for the C4 is for harm, remote.
All right.
So you can choose to detonate it at a distance or like try and you'll have to do a roll to like set it up.
Okay. For harm remote?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll take some time for you to be able to like set it up, or you'll have to like toss it.
With all those explosives, you're rivaling military, or the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah.
I will literally cut in just really quickly to say that this entire conversation is like a major like FBI red flag.
Oh, 100%.
Like
100%.
Dan is like, hey man, just so you know, you might want to get out of town tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
While he's fucking buying C4.
Can I ask a serious question? What about Dan isn't a FBI red flag?
That's so right.
This is like especially
especially bad.
Red flag though. You went to a place of legitimate business and was like, hey man, lost my piece. I need to get more firepower. Also, you don't want to be in town
like,
tomorrow.
It's rough. It's rough out here.
A person who can like read the room might be concerned about that. Dan is not one of those people.
Yeah, especially
Willie is
right
like
now.
frantically pressing the panic button underneath the counter.
Yeah, for the sake of like argument, I'm going to say that you and Willie have had interactions previously.
I only go to Willie because I know he doesn't trust the feds as much as I do.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
I think Dan gets set up with all of your things. I assume that you put the majority of this in your what I need when I need it.
Well, Dan's going to put on the flak vest in the changing room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Dan takes it all into the bathroom and then puts on the flak vest and then walks out.
Red flag.
There's nothing there. It's just Dan.
Oh no, that's upsetting.
I don't remember what Dan's wearing right now, but it's very normal street clothes.
Let's say that you head out of the shop and you go take your van over and get it set up and ready. And while you are waiting at the mechanic shop, having the van looked at. I think you're perusing like some of the magazines, maybe walking around, and you turn a corner and you bump into someone. It's a tall man, about 6 foot, in a plain black suit, and he turns and looks at you and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?"
Oh, I'm all right. Sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Right. Hey, you look kind of familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
You may have seen me around town, maybe near the college campus.
Oh, yeah.
Dan is internally like analyzing the room and looking for any like exit doors or windows or anything.
Right. You wouldn't happen to know Journey Sitwell, would you? And he pulls out a card in a very official looking badge and hands it to you.
I eat it.
Grabs it, puts it in my mouth,
Runs.
gives it a lick.
The officer.
What do you have?
Gives it a lick. Seems real.
Get it out of your mouth. No, put it down.
No. Fuck. Okay, yeah.
That's a great place to end things. Please include all of that.
I might not. We'll see. Yeah, that's a good place to start.
Jesus Christ.